warm good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome to this chemistry digital class. Today on 17th October, we are doing our chapter number 12, that is organic chemistry, some basic concept of some basic principle and techniques of organic chemistry. Dear student, as in yesterday's video or in yesterday's live class, I clearly told you about the importance of organic chemistry, different branches of chemistry. There are different branches of chemistry like inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, physical chemistry, and other branches, industrial chemistry, analytic chemistry. Then we have medicinal chemistry. Clear? In which the organic chemistry we are going to start, and organic chemistry you have studied in 10th also in the form of carbon and its compound chapter. So now one question raised in your mind, I think, why carbon we are studying under organic chemistry? So for that purpose we should go under two concept, that is old concept and modern concept. So let's start. So two definitions are there parallel to one after one. According to old concept mean in early days, the organic chemistry was defined as it is the branch of chemistry which deals with the study of organic compounds. Now if the word is organic compound, what do you mean by organ? Organs is living, so living compounds. For example, in early days it was in the mind of people that everything that is occurring from plant, animals, whether sugar, hormones or protein, fat, alcohol, oil, starch, resin, everything that we are getting from plants or animals, the study of those compounds are called organic compounds, and the study of those organic compounds is called organic chemistry. That subject in which under we will study the organic compound is called organic chemistry. But in 10th class also we studied that carbon have unique property. Carbon is the unique element. It has one of the unique property to form organic compound. More than 90% organic compound in our surrounding is made up of carbon. So that's why there is a significance of carbon. So in modern concept, it is the branch of chemistry which deal with the compounds of hydrocarbon. Now what is hydrocarbon? It is the compound of carbon and hydrogen, which you have studied methane, ethane, propane, butane in 10th class, and its derivatives and its functional group. So basically, if I'll say, so we are talking about the chapter 4 that we have studied in 10th class, carbon and its compound. Okay. Now, there is some history behind all these things, like if I will say Scheele, 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 in year 1769 to 85, he isolated tartaric acid from grapes, citric acid from lemon, malic acid from apple, lactic acid from milk, and uric acid from urine. And Raoul, R-O-U-L-L-E, Raoul in 1773, he isolated urea from human urine. Liebig in 1829 isolated hippuric acid from horse urine. It mean that there are some acidic part, acid in all the organic compounds. Okay, so it clearly shown us that the relation between organic and inorganic compounds. So basically all those substances which could be obtained from vegetable or animals, the substance which were produced by living organism, these organisms are classified as organic compound, whereas all those substances which were not obtained from living organism, these substances were classified as inorganic compound. If we will talk about organic compound, isolated from natural sources first, and this lead to believe in the organic compound. This was first assumed by Berzelius in his compound. Okay, so we will justify the separate study of organic compound. So we will talk about justification according to my book. The organic compound are studied separately because of the following 2 points. Why organic compound are studied separately? Because of these two special points. Number one, large number of organic compound. There are large number of organic compound. Large number means variety of organic compound in our surrounding. If we will compare it with the compound of other element, the number of organic compound is very large. Organic compound comprises 90% of all the known compound, okay, which we are using day to day life. Second, its unique chemical and physical property. Most of the reaction in inorganic chemistry are ionic and occur rapidly, while most of the organic reaction involve covalent bond and are relatively slow. The phenomenon of isomerism and catenation you studied is the unique property of organic compound. If we will talk about catenation, so it came in your mind, I think. What is catenation, dear students? It is the tendency of any element to form a chain of identical atom. Like carbon have capacity to form long chain of carbon. So this is catalyst property of carbon. Why it has catenation property? Because it has a property to donate 4 electron, so it can make 4 side any bond. So because of that, it's catenation. This tendency is observed in those non-metal which is showing covalency of 2 or more than 2 elements. These properties maximum in carbon, and it can combine with other carbon atom by single, double or triple covalent bond. The bonding can be extended to form long open chain. It can be straight, it can be branched, it can be closed, it can be ring, that you know very well. Okay, like I will show you some of the pictures here. These are the pictures. This is single carbon bond, this is double bond, this is triple bond. Now this is straight chain because straight carbon. Then there is a branch chain, there can be cyclic chain, and this can be a ring chain. These are ring. This is ring, aromatic. In yesterday's video I told you arene. This is closed, that is cyclic. There is difference between cyclic and ring. So catenation property depend upon the value of bond energy, how strong bond energy, that much can. Now second, tendency to combine with other non-metal. This is also one of the property of carbon. Now if I'll talk isomerism, what is the difference between catenation and isomer? Catenation is the tendency to form a long chain with the same type of atom. It means that carbon is attached with carbon. Whereas isomerism, the phenomenon of isomerism show that organic compound is also responsible for large number of organic compound also. Isomerism is same chemical formula with different structure. Same chemical formula with different structure. The phenomenon of isomers is due to different arrangement of atom in the molecule of the isomers. In contrast, suppose we have studied that C5H10 example we took in last year. So it is giving us two type of formula like C. If I will take isomer, so you can take C this Berzelius. Those compound with same molecular formula but differ from each other in their physical properties is called isomers. It is given by Berzelius. For example, structural isomerism, if I'll say C5H12, it is N-pentane. The general formula of general structure of pentane is 1 2 3 4 5 5 carbon, 12 hydrogen. You count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 hydrogen is there. So can there be different structure with the same formula? मतलब कार्बन 5 ही रहने चाहिए, हाइड्रोजन 12 ही रहने चाहिए, इसका फॉर्मूला चेंज हो? Yes, there is a different. First is this. You can see here now it was a straight chain, it is a branch chain of pentane now. 1 2 3 4 5 5 carbon, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 12 hydrogen is there. So it is the best example of isomerism. Now again it is changed. It is now 1 2 3 4 5 5 carbon, 3 3 3 3 4 times 3 12 hydrogen. So this is neopentane. So it means that it is showing clearly that isomerism, the C5H12 will be written in different 3 structure. So when different structure, same formula is there, that is called isomerism. Okay, so if we'll talk about the basic characteristics and properties of organic chemistry, the first property that we have discussed, that is catenation, in which carbon can combine with carbon, in which organic compounds combined with same elements and form a long chain. Okay, this we have studied, and this we also studied that it can form single chain, it can form single chain, it can form branch chain, it can form cyclic, and it can form ring structure. Okay, now if we'll talk about isomerism, isomerism is what? In isomerism we studied that same formula, same chemical formula, but different structure, that we also studied. Whereas in covalent bond, if we will say, the covalent bond character is, dear student, covalent bond character is the electrons are combined, atom will combine with mutual mean both the atom will combine, by both the atom will share, mutual sharing of electron. Okay, here they can form, they can share single electron, then single bond, where they can share 2 electron, they will form double bond, where they will share 3 electron, they will form triple bond. Okay, the next, if I last, that is tetravalency, and this tetravalency is in case of especially carbon. And if we know that we are talking in the modern concept that the organic chemistry is the study of carbon and hydrocarbon, so tetravalency is the carbon can donate 4 electron or gain 4 electron, which will give him it that opportunity, I can say options to create double type of compound. That is, by donating 4 electron they can become positively charged, by gaining 4 electron they can carry negatively charged. Okay, so carbon can be positive plus 4, carbon can be minus 4, that is tetravalency. Now overall, if we will say the organic chemistry is hydrocarbon, so now we will study simply the hydrocarbon. Now tomorrow's video I will tell you about the shapes of hydrocarbon, dear students, and please watch each and every videos, because these are important, and take care about the live classes also. And one assignment I have given, once again I am going to reminder, please submit that assignment on Monday, so that I will come to know you all are doing your work sincerely and you are getting whatever I am teaching. Okay, so till my next video, thank you very much. One more video I am going to send according to organic chemistry, maybe that video will also help you. So thank you, bye, take care, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.
Classification of organic compounds. Organic compounds can be grouped into acyclic or open chain compounds and cyclic or closed chain or ring compounds. Cyclic compounds can be further divided into homocyclic or carbocyclic compounds and heterocyclic compounds. Homocyclic can be further divided into alicyclic and aromatic compounds. Aromatic compounds can be further divided into benzenoid and non-benzenoid compounds.
Welcome to Moo Moo Math and Science. In this video, I'd like to talk about organic and inorganic compounds. Many of the compounds found in living things contain the element carbon, which is usually combined with other elements. This large class of chemical compounds, in which one or more atoms of carbon are covalently linked to atoms or other elements, and most of the times it's hydrogen, oxygen, or nitrogen, are called organic compounds. There are several important groups of organic compounds found in living things. They are proteins, carbohydrates like sugar, lipids, which are fat and waxes, and nucleic acids such as DNA and RNA. Organic compounds can be very large and complex. A compound that does not contain carbon and is usually simple are called inorganic compounds. There are exceptions to this, such as carbon dioxide, and also this would include carbides, carbonates, and cyanides. But generally, inorganic compounds do not contain carbon. They also are more simple than an organic compound. So there we go. Organic compounds contain carbon. Inorganic compounds do not, except for the few exceptions. Thanks for watching, and Moo Moo Math uploads a new math and science video